I think on behalf of all of us, we all loved the movie first.
Yeah, thanks.
It's so fun.
Yeah, but Rebel, for people that haven't watched it yet, what's the one main message that you would want people to take home from the movie?
I think with comedy films, like, it's important to get laughs, but to me, there's got to be a real purpose to make it, because this being the first movie that I produced, it does take years to make it. And so I'm really proud of the message, which I don't really 100% want to spoil to people who haven't yet seen the film. But I think it's a message that relates to everyone, and that I wish somebody had told me a lot earlier in my life, which makes me a bit emotional when I start talking about that. But I really do wish that, and so I wanted to express that to everybody out there.
Love the movie. I mean, it's so bizarre to like think about when I was a kid and stuff, and going through never seeing, you know, a lot of plus size women in movies, and then seeing like so much diversity in a cast. But I think the thing that got me really excited, and this might be kind of cheesy, but I love that your clothing line was like partially in the closet.
Oh,
that.
yes.
Yeah. So is it just all pieces
Synergy.
from like you have that are out there already, or are you doing like a clothing line for it, or like a launch for it or anything, or is it anything specific?
Well, we have a whole new lot of stuff coming out in May in
Okay.
stores, and so we did pack that big closet that you see, and I also have shoes coming out in September.
Yes. Oh my God.
That I'm making.
I cracked up when you said like the weight distribution thing about heels
Yes.
and stuff, because I've never related so much more on a level with something, because like I
But
wear
that's a
heels last night.
scientific fact. Like it is. Some women, you know, you can't balance a certain amount of weight on like a little heel with a small circumference. Now I'm getting real mathematical. And so with the shoes I'm developing, they're super comfortable, because similarly, oh my God, like at premieres and stuff, my feet go numb, and I can't even walk. I'm like real bad.
Your jeans are bomb. Like I love your jeans. I got them in a Dia box one time, and I absolutely love them. So thank you for doing that. But yeah,
no
it's
worries.
kinda cool.
But it was cool to add in that element. And weirdly now in all my movies I wear something of my clothing line.
Yeah,
I just,
might as well.
I'm
right?
an entrepreneur, so I do. But also just about the representation issue. Like the majority of American women are considered plus size, over 70% this year, and which is a huge majority, and yet on screen, especially in romantic roles, they're not really represented. It's far less than 1%. So yeah, I think it was really cool that New Line brought this movie to me to develop, with me to star in it, because traditionally I would have been given like the best friend role or the funny sidekick role.
If I may, can each of you share your favorite moment from shooting the film, or maybe the one that you that you had to shoot over and over because of something funny that happened?
I think that karaoke scene was really clicked for all. We got to do Todd, our director.
It's Todd,
over
our
there.
director. Woo! Come and join us. Just
sit
come
down.
and
We'll make
come
some
and
room.
lie down. Yay!
Wearing
Look,
his Valentine's Day
coordinated.
Reds.
Oh, you didn't wear the outfit I told you should wear. Yeah. Yeah, you look great.
Well, we were just talking about the karaoke scene and how much we loved doing it, and it was fun because me and Rebel obviously have such a history with the Pitch Perfect movies, singing and dancing together, and then Priyanka is just, I mean, it was cool like watching us like kind of put it together with our. We did do a lot, but like it still takes a second for it to click, and then you were like, and then we just do this. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, you look so coordinated and
I mean, I've just done 50 movies in which I sing and dance.
yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
No, it was so fun because I think we love the song, first of all, and every time the song would come on, like everyone would get up, the crew would get up and like dance, etc. I forgot, sorry.
You can't go
forget
wrong
these
with like a
things.
Whitney and then a Madonna song at the
Yeah.
end. Like I thought, and especially because it is a rom-com trope, these musical numbers. So it was so much fun to film it, and we did have a chat before we did it about how much are we making fun of this trope, but how much are we really enjoying doing this. And I think at the end of the day, we just really got into it.
We really got into it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of making fun of them.
58th time when we heard it, by then
Yeah.
it was a little rough, but up until then, it was
I think I
amazing.
had a pretty great time. I can really burn songs into my head, and I grow to love them more. But like, it was fun to watch like the gruff crew guys that are just pushing the dolly or whatever, and they're like,
Yeah, that was fully
yeah,
so funny.
just losing their minds.
Yeah.
Like one little move.
So I gotta ask you, Carolina, by the way, a pleasure meeting all of you.
Hi.
I gotta ask you, how different was it for you now that you were a producer, and on top of that, like the main role? Did you ever have to sit down and be like, okay, let me separate these two? Was there ever a conflict? And how was it
will
for you
say it
navigating?
was
You did have that
hard.
hat. You did have that fun hat.
Oh yeah, I had a hat.
What?
Who gave me that hat? Yeah, Marty, our line producer, gave me a hat, and on the
What would
one
happen?
side it said producer, and then on the other side it said like femme fatale or something, which he meant actress star, but for some reason he wrote femme fatale, and it was one of those hats that had two brims, so I could turn it around. So I literally had a hat that I could turn around. But it was hard. Like, we shot in the summer in New York, and we did shoot like 16 hours a day because Todd's perfectionist. That's a good word for it. Yeah.
Todd's a
And loves
monster.
his shots.
Let's cut
Yeah.
to the chase.
I was thinking she'd say maniac, neurotic,
Maniac.
but she went with a much kinder word.
Yeah, and to be number one on the call sheet, as we say, like it's a difficult responsibility, and because I'm used to coming in and just like scene stealing a little bit, like just coming in, crushing it, and then you go home for a couple of days. But in this one, it was every day. I felt like we were in the trenches because it really was really hot. Like that subway sequence, it was 120 degrees down there.
It was like the first 2 days of
Yeah.
it was Rebel on the floor in the most disgusting subway.
Yeah.
Which you said you steam cleaned that subway, but that
I
was
don't
a lot.
believe it.
It's 100 years of dirt.
Yeah, it was disgusting. But it was hard. But I tried to, when we're in production, more just be the actress and have fun with these guys.
The femme fatale.
Yeah. And then when it comes to post-production, I get very passionate about the jokes that are included and about the emotional moments that were included. Yeah.
You could tell watching the movie that you guys had such a fun time on set. Were there any behind-the-scene pranks going on between you guys?
There was a massive one we played against Todd on the last night.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your version, 'cause
I
I'll tell
heard
you.
about that. I
Yeah.
wasn't there.
So Liam and we were shooting that ice cream date on the very last night. And it was like 4 a.m. in the morning. We're like, let's play a hilarious joke on Todd where we say we've had enough and we're leaving. And so he doesn't get the final scene.
Isn't that so funny?
Yeah.
That sounds so funny.
It was actually really funny.
Yeah, and then
Well, and also the fact
Yeah.
that you would buy that neither Liam or Rebel are the type of people that
They
would
would
just go,
never
we're
do
done with
it."
the movie.
yeah.
Giving you enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's no
we were
world.
hiding in a movie cinema across the street and just laughing. And then Liam and I were hiding behind a standee, and Todd comes in like angry, like, I can't believe they would do this like to me. Blah. And then I was filming the whole thing.
So funny.
From my perspective, this is the scene in the ice cream shop. This is my childhood dream, is to shoot a scene in that shop, because I used to go there as a kid. That's my hometown, and all my friends and family had come. It was like a block party outside that, and it was the last night of the shoot, so it's emotional, and it's literally like 20 years of a dream coming true. And then someone comes in and goes, yeah, they left. They said the movie is fine without the scene, and you have all this other stuff. And I said, wait, what? Everyone's here watching me.
You have to understand that you being this emotional about it makes it so much funnier. It's
It makes it
infinitely
so
better.
much better.
My name is Tiffany. How are you?
Hi.
Now we don't want to call out Liam because we love him, but I'm kind of glad he's not here, so that you guys, as singers and dancers, when he was the only one that what did he come to you and what's the advice
Liam
you were
is
like,
the
bro?
ugly duckling of our crew.
Yeah.
He turns into a
Pauline,
swan
yeah.
at the end of the movie, but it takes a second to get there.
Where's he ever like, hey, I'm a little nervous. Can
Oh,
you
he
help
the
me?"
whole
Yeah.
time was
Yeah.
like, I
And he
can't
was
do
very
this,
vocal
mate.
about
Yeah.
it too.
Okay. Did
Yeah,
you give
he
him
was
advice,
nervous.
or
Mate,
what
this
did
is
you
not
give him?
happening.
Yeah,
I said get Miley to give you some advice.
yeah. What's great about Liam is he's like not afraid to just be a goofball because he's like a goofy, fun guy in real life. Like he's not like
Yeah.
a smoldering guy who's always just
No.
looking. He can't help how hunky he is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be more smolder. People
Yeah.
think I'm goofy. I'm smolder. 90% of the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but Todd would just give him a direction like, here, just play the saxophone in this bit, and he would do it. Yeah.
He looked like he could play the
He
saxophone.
leaned into it in
Yeah.
a big way.
Yeah, he didn't know what to do with his arms a lot. He didn't know what to do with his hands and his arms when he was dancing. So there's a lot of
this move.
a lot of that and a lot of like lapel work. Yeah, just hold on to this and move around a little bit.
So you guys helped him. You supported him. You gave him a little love.
Yeah, he's
and then
the
talked about him behind his
Yeah,
back.
he's a total sweetheart in real life, and which is unusual for people that good looking. Like,
He's
yeah,
a really
yeah.
nice guy,
He's
has
so
no
sweet.
airs.
Yeah, he's so sweet
Super
and lovely and
funny.
so funny in
Yeah.
the movie.
So I think we can all agree that the karaoke scene was probably one of the greatest scenes in the movie. But in real life, what is your go-to karaoke song?
Mine's Gangsta's Paradise. Yeah, it's got some rapping, it's got some singing. Yeah.
Priyanka, you go.
Karaoke terrifies me, you guys. I don't know. It's like I focus so much attention on reading the words, even if I know them, that like I
Yeah.
end up doing completely the opposite of what I'm used to be doing. So it just terrifies me. But No Diggity is my favorite karaoke song.
I feel
I
like
really get
as
into it.
a comedian, people expect, like when you do karaoke, they expect, oh, he's gonna crush it. Ooh, I can't wait for him to sing karaoke. And then it's always underwhelming. Everyone's always like, that was okay. So I steer clear usually, but No Diggity.
Hey guys, I'm Sissany. Congratulations on the film. Very hilarious, very good. Were there? I'm imagining there was a lot of improv when it came to this film. Was there a lot of stuff that was cut out that we didn't see?
Yeah, like a ton of
Can we
stuff.
get a blooper reel? Can we get something?
And also because the movie ended up being PG-13, there was a lot of R-rated jokes that we throw out there that get cut, which
We tend
saddens
to
me.
improv in an R-rated
fashion.
fashion.
It just says so much about us.
Yeah.
I think that's everyone, though. I mean, naturally, we all just want to cuss and just
PG-13 lives. That is true.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So there was a scene where there's the joke in the film where it cuts to the next day, and with Liam I'm like what, and then there was another scene in the office where I'm told to give a presentation and I'm still at the point where I'm nervous and can't quite do it. So I just, similarly to what I do with Liam, like rip his shirt open and start making out with him, I do it to the boss. And we really liked it. It got a huge laugh, but it didn't end up making the final cut of the film. But there was so many. Liam had a great run. I made him do a joke about his didgeridoo, and like it was really funny. But again, some of the jokes get.
Did you guys get through the scenes without laughing most of the time, or was there a lot of redoing because of just laugh? I would just start laughing.
We're not. None of us are really. So we call that like corpsing when you ruin a take because you laugh. And some people are terrible with it and laugh all the time. But we pretty much
good.
stay in
Yeah.
character.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Though.
Because
It's
it
the
is a bummer
worst.
because
it's so
you
like unprofessional.
yeah, because you want that to, if it's that funny, you want it to go in the movie, and if
And you
someone
want other people
laughs,
laughing at it, you
Yeah.
can't, like,
yeah,
you can't.
basically you want to stay locked into the scene, and then you see the guy holding the boom mic be like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah.
That's
what you
that's a win.
Yeah.
Or when you hear the director, like sometimes I used to hear Todd go,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like laugh.
You want Video Village to laugh.
Yeah.
I was ruining things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a recording of you, Todd, when I bust out of the elevator in the finale, and so you can't really hear the sound. You can just hear you going, "Oh, that was good, yeah, yeah." No, this take's actually good, and like I've got a whole,
Yeah.
whole recording of me.
Todd's a
singing.
commenter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll
Yeah.
go, that was funny.
Hey guys, Shelly. So I was wondering if there was to be a comedy made about each of your lives, what would, or I should say like a romantic type comedy, what would the title be and who would be some of the featured characters, events in the movie? Can you highlight sort of what that would be for you guys if there was a romance come out about each of your lives? I know it's a big question.
Mine is Bridget Jones' Diary, I think, because I really relate to that sitting on the couch just eating ice cream.
Well, is
So
it,
Rebel
is
Wilson's
it a,
Diary?
Being lonely.
yeah, Rebel Wilson's Diary?
Yeah. But then what's weird is that similarly to the character in the movie, I was very cynical about love and stuff, and then kind of opened my heart a bit more. And then now it's weird. I have multiple men fighting over me, which is weird. And that is, I think, what happens in Bridget Jones. She's got the two guys after her. So yeah.
Life is a romantic comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like your life is just a pure romance.
Yes, I know. Yes.
Not even a comedy, like a pure
Yeah,
romantic
it's like a
tale.
romance movie.
It's pretty all right. Yeah, you're right. There's not much com. There's a lot more
Yeah,
rom.
there's a lot of rom. Mine's full com. Mine's full com. Yeah, yeah. My movie's called Doof. I'm always just boinking myself.
Yeah.
A moderate amount of rom.
Okay, I was gonna wonder if you have. I know some musicians do when before they release an album. Before release of the movie, do you have any superstitions? Go somewhere, do something like eat somewhere or some kind of thing for good luck.
I like to pray. I always do. Like, I mean, it's really terrible that you only like say hey to God when you actually need something from Him. But like, as much as I'd like to admit it, but I like to like that morning or the night before, like really get a genuine prayer in.
I did a little thing this morning where I just wrote out, everything that I was so grateful for, and to have such an incredible director, an incredible cast and crew on this. I couldn't have wished for more from like my first starring role. And also weirdly, this month is the 20-year anniversary from when I first started acting at the Australian Theatre for Young People.
What an amazing present.
Yeah, so to be having a movie being released where I get to be the star of it is like pretty special.
That's the best
Yeah.
commemoration of your 20 years. Well,
Yeah.
I make voodoo dolls of the other movies that are coming out, and I torture them. I murder them.
Yeah, like the Alita doll.
Yeah,
You're like,
I'm stabbing all the. No, I have my parents come to so it's kind of a family event for me, and they get a
they
kick
do.
out of. She's met my parents
Yeah,
all
I've
that. My
met
mom
many
feels like
times.
they're really close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was like, well, when I was talking with Rebel, I'm like, yeah, Mom, So
Your
it's fun.
mum walked me to the car the other night.
She did, yeah, she
your
told-
holiday
believe me.
party. Yeah, I
She has
love
a
her.
lot of stories from your 3-minute walk to your
Yeah.
car. She's like, well, when I was walking Rebel to the car, I'm like, we know, Mom. Yeah, Newport Beach is the hood. You really need to protect her. But she's sweet.
Can we ask another question?
That's it.
Can I ask?
Yeah, one more.
Can I
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
one more? Okay. So one scene in the movie where all the women, when we watched it together, were like, "Oh my God, that's me!" was when you were running after Liam and he was telling you to meet you at the restaurant, and you're like, "I need to look online and see what the menu's like." Every woman does that, I think, right? Yeah. So not really romantic, but what is romantic to each of you three? Like, if you were to just set up a perfect romantic date, how would it be, especially with Valentine's Day coming up?
I think this is a great question because, like, I think we should drop hints now.
Okay.
Because then our respective others have like
Valentine's Day.
4 or 5 days to just like understand the mood? Good question. Thank you. You're really helping.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I always like a luxury yacht. Just a private plane somewhere.
A private island with
Yeah,
just
private
like
island,
with
yeah.
a chef.
Yeah.
And this
yeah.
is that's a relatable thing that I feel everyone can be on board with. For me, I like for my girlfriend can't cook at all. She's never even attempted. So an attempt would be nice.
No, girl, don't lean into that. It will not be nice. I don't cook, and I will never. Sorry, I don't know why that.
Yeah, that really hurt. Hey, it's all right. It's okay. Yeah.
I think it would be cool to like have know that the other person made an effort. Like it wasn't just like, to me, it wasn't just like roses and candy. Like even if it's a letter or even if it's like a thought, just to know that somebody had been thinking about it. I think that's
anything
important.
that's thoughtful and from the heart.
Yeah.
Is really, yeah.
Rebel's good
I mean,
at
a
giving
bag
very
with it would be
thoughtful
great.
gifts and notes. She's good at that.
Yeah. She's very, very thoughtful like that.
Thanks, guys.